You're lying in bed, warm, heavy, finally drifting off. And then, out of nowhere, your whole body jerks. Maybe your leg kicks out. Maybe your arms fly up. Maybe you feel like you just missed a step or slipped off a cliff that was never there. And just like that, you are wide awake again with your heart pounding. If that has ever happened to you, you're not alone. Not even close. Around 7 out of every 10 people feel this, and almost none of them know why it happens. This sudden twitch even has a name. Scientists call it a hypnic jerk. And here is the strange part. That little jolt might be one of the oldest survival reflexes you own. A leftover from a time when falling asleep in the wrong place could get you killed. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what is happening in your body when you jerk awake, why your brain so often pairs it with the feeling of falling, and why this tiny twitch might be an echo of a life your ancestors lived millions of years ago. Let's get into it. So let's start with what is actually happening. Falling asleep feels like one smooth slide into the dark, but inside your body, it is anything but smooth. As you drift off, your body begins to power down. Your breathing slows. Your heart rate drops. Your muscles loosen and go soft one by one. Your brain is quietly handing over the controls, moving you from the waking world into sleep. Most of the time, that handover is gentle and you barely notice it. But every so often, something misfires. In a single instant, a burst of electricity shoots through your muscles. Your arms or your legs contract all at once, and your whole body gives that sudden, helpless jerk. It is fast, it is involuntary, and it can yank you right back out of sleep before you even realize you're falling asleep. That is a hypnic jerk. Doctors also call a sleep start. And here is the first surprising thing about it. This is not a glitch in a few unlucky people. It is happening to most of the human race, almost every single night. Around 60 to 70% of people say they feel them, and you do not grow out of it. Tiny babies do it. Grown adults do it. People do it all over the world, in every culture, night after night. And we are not the only ones. Watch a dog sleeping, and you will see its legs twitch and kick. Cats do it too, and so do plenty of other animals. So whatever this twitch is, it is not some modern problem. It is deep, it is shared, and it has been with us for a very, very long time. Which leads to one obvious question. If almost every human and animal on Earth does this, then what is it actually for? For a long time, the simplest answer was that it is just noise. The idea went like this. As your body shuts down for sleep, your nervous system is winding down with it. And sometimes in all that winding down, a few signals misfire. A random spark in the machinery and nothing more. And honestly, that might be part of the story. But it does not explain the strangest detail of all. Because hypnic jerks are not just random twitches in the dark. They come with a feeling, a very specific, very vivid feeling. The feeling of falling. Think about it. When you get jerked awake, you often feel like the floor just dropped out from under you. Like you stepped off a ledge that was not there. Like you tumbled off something high, right as your body snapped to catch itself. Why would a random muscle twitch come with the exact sensation of falling? That single clue is what cracks this whole mystery open. So scientists looked closer, and they found something fascinating about the moment you fall asleep. Here is what is really going on. As you drift towards sleep, two systems inside your brain are quietly fighting. One system is working to keep you awake and alert. The other is working to pull you down into sleep. Most nights, the sleep system wins smoothly, and you slip under without a sound. But sometimes, the sleep system takes over so quickly that your body goes limp before your brain is ready for it. And to a brain that is still half awake, that sudden loss of all muscle tension can feel like something is very wrong. Your muscles have gone slack. Your body is no longer holding itself up. And one ancient part of your brain reads that signal and jumps to a frightening conclusion. You're not relaxing. You are falling. So it does the only thing it knows how to do. It slams the alarm. It fires a jolt of electricity through your muscles to make you tense up, throw out your arms, and catch yourself. That is the jerk. That is your body trying to save you from a fall that is not actually happening. And the falling dream comes afterward. Your brain feels the jolt, feels that sensation, and scrambles to explain it. In a split second, it writes a tiny story to make sense of what just happened. A misstep, a trip, a fall from a great height. Your mind is basically inventing a reason a fraction of a second too late. But this still leaves the biggest question of all. Why would your brain be so terrified of falling right at the moment you drift off to sleep? Why is it the one fear it refuses to let go of? To answer that, like so many things your body does, we have to go back. Picture one of your distant ancestors, not a human like you, something earlier, a small primate millions of years ago living high up in the trees. For them, the trees meant safety. Down on the ground waited predators with teeth and claws. Up in the branches, they were out of reach. So that is where they slept, curled up on a branch, high above the danger. But sleeping in a tree comes with a problem all its own. When you fall asleep, your muscles relax. And if you are balanced on a narrow branch, relaxing too far means you begin to slip. And slipping out a tree, in the dark, is a very fast way to die. So evolution may have built in a safeguard, a reflex that watched for that exact moment. The moment your muscles went loose and your body started to tip. And the instant it sensed you slipping, it would fire, jerk you awake, and make you grab the branch before you fell. A built-in catch. A tiny guardian that kept your ancestors from tumbling out of the trees in their sleep, night after night, for millions of years. And here's the part that gives me chills. You're not sleeping in a tree. You are lying in a soft, safe bed, probably not far off the ground. But that ancient reflex does not know that. So when your muscles go limp and your body finally relaxes, that old guardian still wakes up. It still mistakes your comfort for danger. And it still fires the alarm to catch you. The hypnic jerk might be your body, 50 million years later, still trying to save you from falling out of a tree you climbed down from long, long ago. And once you understand that, a lot of little things start to make sense. You have probably noticed that you get these jerks more on some nights than others. When you're stressed, when you're anxious, when you have had too much caffeine, when you're completely exhausted and your body crashes into sleep faster than it should. All of that fits. Because every one of those things throws off the careful handover between waking and sleep. They make the two systems fight harder and fall out of step. They make it more likely that your body goes limp while your brain is still standing guard. And that is exactly the moment the old alarm gets tripped. So if you have been getting jerked awake a lot lately, your body might be telling you something simple. That you are pushing too hard. That you are running on too little rest. That you need to slow down before you lie down. But here is the most reassuring part of all. A hypnic jerk is completely harmless. It is not a seizure. It is not a sign that anything is wrong with you. It is one of the most normal, most universal things a human body does. It is just an old reflex doing the job it was built for in a world that no longer needs it. So the next time you're drifting off and your whole body suddenly jerks you awake, do not be annoyed by it. Take a second and think about what just happened. A reflex older than humanity itself just woke up inside you. It felt you relax. It mistook your safe, warm bed for a branch high in the dark, and it fired one more time to catch you from a fall that will never come. Your body is still protecting a version of you that climbed out of the trees millions of years ago, and it has no idea you ever came down. Your body is full of secrets exactly like this one. Reflexes you never asked for, doing things you never think about, for reasons far older than you are. And this little twitch in the dark is just one of them. If you want to know what else your body is secretly doing and why, subscribe and stick around. Because once you start seeing these little echoes of the past, you cannot unsee them. I'll see you in the next one.